Welcome to More Than a Conversation, the podcast where we meet and have discussions with some of the most interesting people and innovative leaders in their fields from all walks of life. We will be discussing everything from politics to theology to religion to philosophy to life. Every once in a while, I may just be on here talking about whatever's in the news and whatever I think will be of interest to you. This is your host, Patrick Connolly, and I hope that today will be more than a conversation for you. Welcome to More Than a Conversation. This is your host, Patrick Connolly, and today I am joined by someone that I know you guys are going to be excited to hear from. He is a chaplain. He is a pastor of 3 decades in Ukraine, and he has come to visit the States for just a few weeks, and I was able to sit down with him today, and I cannot wait to share with you just his story and what's happening there. Gennady, would you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, thanks, Pastor Patrick, for inviting me. And my name is Gennady Mokhnenko. I'm pastor from Ukraine. I think all my life. I'm pastor almost 33 years. And I'm from Mariupol. My city goes through genocide last 3 years. Know my city more. The Russian army killed my city. My church split around the world right now because Russian army blocked my city and killed 100,000 civilian people. This is real genocide. My family split around the world right now, like millions family from Ukraine. But I organized chaplains battalion, and we serve in front line last 3 years, day by day. We worship God in the morning, we read Bible, and we go to front line in different direction for serve people there who need help.
You're from Mariupol, and that's right in the middle of everything that's been happening there. Tell us a little bit about Mariupol then and what it looks like now.
Mariupol was number 8 city in my country, 500,000 population. Now second port, seaport. It was amazing, beautiful city nearly Azovish Sea. But no my city more. Russian army 3 years ago, after full invasion to Ukraine, they blocked my city. And they start killed, district by district, street by street, home by homes. And they killed all my city, 80% building killed, 100,000 civilian people killed. And I'm so sad, but nobody talking about it. I can imagine before this war, if something happened like this and the world not will talking about it, but it's alive. It's alive. Now know my city more. Russia occupied my city. They killed many my church members. 30% my phone book no answer. Can you imagine people who came to my church, my friends, amazing brothers and sisters? Their phone no answer. It's mean that Russian bombs mix their body with crushed building, and we don't know details with biggest. They killed many my good brothers, leaders from my church. They killed one of my daughter. She was my adopted daughter from 10 years. She lived in my family. And when we evacuate children from my city in last moment, we evacuate my orphanage, my adoptive family, we evacuate in last moment when Russia was almost blocked my city. And we had just one road and 40 minutes. The soldier called me and say, Pastor, you have 40 minutes, last chance. Immediately evacuate your orphanage and adoptive family. And 40 minutes later, not 50, they told me, you don't have 50, no 45, last chance for saved children. And we put children inside many buses, many cars, and we start my convoy with orphanage, with adoptive family. It was like competition. From south, Russian tanks, Russian army move very quickly, but my convoy with children from east go to the west. And it was like in last moment before Russia blockade city and start genocide, we jump out of this tragedy with my children. We evacuate them in west part of Ukraine. We give them last hug. I cry and I pray with them, and I was almost sure this is my last moment with my children. Because I had decision back to front line, back to my city with my chaplain's team for serve people there, for help people there, for fighting. And I was sure I don't have a chance to be alive. And we give hug, pray, and go back to my city. We try back to Mariupol, but it was not possible. Russia blocked my city, and we front line was everywhere, and I can't back. But inside city, my church, many my church members, my friends, my adult children, and it was absolutely crazy. And Russia blocked it and start genocide.
So when you say that Russia started genocide, can you tell us a little bit about what is happening there in regards to civilians right now in Ukraine?
When Russia blocked my city, very quickly people don't have electricity, water, food, medicine. Very cold. It was last part of February. It's very cold in Ukraine, and Russia starts sending rockets, different type of rockets, bombs, air bombing, artillery, mortars, and people came on the basements, and many of them was killed. Air bombing just mixed their body with stone. For example, in the center of my city, we had huge theater. This is the central circle, very beautiful square, very beautiful park there, fontaine. When I was a little boy, my parents bring me to that theater. Later, I bring my children. I rent this theater for Christmas concert with my church. And under this theater, maybe nearly 1,000 people was under this theater. Children and women, and Russian army, Russian airplanes sent 2 huge air bombs directly to this theater, and they killed 1,000. They killed 1,000 women and children just inside this building in the center of my city. And they did it with many homes, many big homes, just crushed that homes, and people who was inside just burned and killed them. Under my church, we bought big cinema theater in the central part of my city, very good place. And we bought that big building, and under my church we had it was like TV studio, and we understood that Russia can send their army for attack my city, and we bought gasoline, generator, some food, water, mattresses, but we was ready get maybe 50 people for shelter, but 8,000 people go through my shelter, and it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. When around, Pastor, can you imagine, around your church, killed people everywhere. Just thinking, around your church, huge building, destroyed after air bombing. And any seconds, big air bomb can kill people under my church. But my brothers who stay there, they pray day and night for saved people's life. And we really had miracle. All people who came under my church was saved. Many mortars, many artillery shells came to my church. They killed my church building. But people who sit on the basement, all of them was alive. And my sons and my team, my chaplain battalion, started evacuate people cross of front line. It was absolutely huge risk. But my son, he was homeless boy before, and he grew on the street many years. And I adopt him. He is one of my adopted son. And he was a leader. I can't back to Mariupol. It was not possible for me. Russian soldier, they are ready for pay huge money for my head. And they know my face, and I don't have one chance go through checkpoint, through front line to Mariupol. But my son, he back to Mariupol and go out and evacuate 8,000 people. It was like Schindler List, like that movie Schindler List. He put many women, children, put of them in cars and buses and go out through front line. 2 our buses was killed. Russian shells killed these buses, but my son jumped out and was alive. But he back and put more people, more children, and go through front line. Russian army killed so many people who try evacuate. So many families was killed. They just killed them. But my son, he used special road, not central road. He found the way through the minefield. He go on first car through the minefield, and huge convoy with many cars follow him with women and children. And he told them, if I will be killed in minefield, if my car explodes, turn out and back to Mariupol. And he found that way and evacuate people more and more. For example, Red Cross evacuate 0. United Nations evacuate 0. But my son, my team evacuate 8,000 people. And all of them was alive. Just one man, his heart, he had heart attack and his heart stopped on the way. He died. And one more man, he go out from my church and mortars killed him. But all people who came to my church, it's absolutely miracle. It's not easy for understanding for normal people. But for us, it's absolutely miracle. Everybody who came to my church was alive, because my guys evacuate them, save their lives. It's a huge Schindler List.
Russia has a price on your head. You're in...
Good price. Good price.
And you're in one of the most dangerous places in the world. Why do you keep going back?
It's easy, because I'm pastor. I must be inside problem. I must go. I have the principle for my life. It sounds like church must be inside problem. If we see something, we must go inside this problem and serve there, in the middle, in the center of the storm. And when I evacuate my children from Mariupol in last moment, my orphanage, my adoptive family, immediately I try back to my city, exactly. Because my people was there, my church was there, many of my friends was there. We try back, but Russian army was everywhere. 3 times in one day, God saved our life in 3 times. Absolutely miracle. God saved our life. But it was not possible for me back to Mariupol. And it was crazy. Your city blocked, your people inside, you try back and it's not possible. But we start serve there. Later, we say thanks Jesus because I am sure if I go through front line, I don't have one chance to be alive. And I'm sure because we stay outside of tragedy, we organize evacuation, and we was ready for get people, children, women from my city, and we prepare everything, and we wait them in front line in zero, and it's why we saved 8,000 lives just from my city. We saved many thousand from other cities, but it was absolutely terrible time. When you had a news how many bombs every minute killed your city, and you can't be there with your people. But praise the Lord about my church leaders, my pastors, my sons who was inside city and who organized all of that, who opened door for shelter, who invite people, saved people inside city, who carried and found the food for them, everything. And later they start evacuate them and save their lives.
So there's a lot of information in the United States that is coming out of Russia, Ukraine, and one of the important things for me for talking with you today was for us to try to find the truth. So you're not the mass media. You're not a journalist. You're a pastor. You're a brother in Christ, and you're sitting here with me to have this conversation. One of the things that we hear a lot about here is that, in fact, Russians are advancing Christian principles, and that if only that what is happening is there's these values that Christians in America have that are actually the values of Vladimir Putin, and he's a family man. What is it actually like? First of all, do you know pastors in Russia, and what's it like actually there for pastors and ministers?
For me, it's so terrible when I hear something like Putin is pro-family, pro-Christian guy. For me, I had a shock when I hear that, because absolutely demonic leader. He killed religion freedom inside his country, not just religion. He killed all freedom. He killed opposition. He killed mass media freedom. He killed religion freedom. I know very good many Russian pastors. The best Russian priests, the best Russian pastor, they are in prison now in Russia. They refugee, because if you are the pastor in Russia, if you just tell something against Putin's system, they arrest you immediately. Right now, some Russian pastors in prison just because they say the war is not good. It's not war in Ukraine, invasion to Ukraine. It's not good idea. They arrest them and send them to prison. One of my friend, amazing bishop from Russia, he was killed because he told true about this war. I know many Russian bishops who is refugee. They start tell true and immediately have huge problem, and some of them for save their life, for save their family, just refugee now. But biggest part of Christian in America don't know this, and they just hear, oh, Putin against abort, against liberal genders or something, and they say, oh, he's pro-Christian guy. No, absolutely not true point. It sounds like Adolf Hitler. Many Christians had this problem in that time, in Second World War. They think, oh, he's Christian, pro-family, but it was not true. He was the killer. Putin He is the killer number one. Killed 700 church inside my country. 700 church destroyed. He killed more than 70 pastors. He killed so many amazing Christians. My brothers, my church members. Russia occupied part of country, part of territory, stop religion freedom. I can't be pastor in Mariupol now. Because if I want to be pastor in Russia, I must say hallelujah for Jesus one time and 3 times hallelujah for Mr. Putin. But it's not good for pastors be worship the leader of genocide, dictator, killers. It's not good point. The battle in Ukraine, this is first of all, this is battle about freedom. It's not about land, it's not about oil, not about gas, it's not about ethnic conflict between the Russian language or Ukrainian language people. I'm Russian language all my life. I never had one problem with this. My son's soldier, I have 11 children in front line right now, and my sons soldiers, and even one my daughter, 7 my sons wounded. Praise the Lord, 4 of them not so big, but they speak Russian language speaker all their life. They know it's not ethnic conflict. This is the battle about freedom, and more deepest level, this is the battle about religion freedom, for freedom for gospel. Putin wanna back my country to Russian prison. Ukraine absolutely freedom country. He wanna back us to Russian prison, and we will fight it. We never give up. We never to former Soviet Union.
You actually grew up in the Soviet Union, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that and what the difference between the level of freedom that you had then and the level of freedom you had now? Because for a lot of people, we're hearing that there is no freedom in Ukraine, that there is no freedom of religion, that you have a dictator, that everything has been controlled, that you have no elections, that essentially a lot of what we're hearing is that this is just a conflict over some land and between some ethnic groups, and Putin and Zelensky are basically the same thing.
I'm so sad when I see how Russian propaganda have amazing result. Ukraine absolutely freedom country. We have freedom mass media. We have freedom election. Zelensky, he had absolutely freedom elected. Exactly in the middle of the war, all my country say, no election now. It's not good point when you have start political fighting inside country. After war, we will have election. We have freedom mass media. We have absolutely freedom for gospel. Russia don't have nothing like this. Nothing, absolutely. And when I hear something like Zelensky dictator, I think it's like joke for us, but it's not joke. This is show how propaganda can be when people in America think Zelensky dictator. No, he is absolutely elected, freedom elected president. And I was growing Soviet Union. When I was 13 years old, I had radio, Voice of America, and I all my life I am fanatic for democracy, for freedom. I love your country from my children time, and I hate Soviet Union. Putin, his system is the last chapter Soviet Empire. Putin is a KGB guy in third generation. Not so many people knows in America that fact. Putin's grandfather prepared food for Vladimir Lenin 100 years ago. Late, he prepared food for Joseph Stalin. Third generation KGB guy. People's lives, absolutely nothing for them. And he want to back us to Soviet Union, stop freedom in Ukraine. This war about it. We say goodbye for Soviet Union. We start independent country. We start freedom life. Freedom. Russia say no. We want to back you to prison. Never more. Sick of it.
It sounds like what you're seeing on the ground and what you're living is an experience that a lot of us just have no understanding of. It feels like we don't really understand what's at stake, what's happening. You're saying, hey, this is not about oil. This is not about gas. This is not about ethnicity. It's not about language. You know, another thing that I have heard is everybody in the East, they speak Russian. They want to be Russian. Everybody in the East wants to be Russian, and Putin is just coming there to set them free. But I'm also hearing that it's actually the people in the East and the Russian-speaking Ukrainians that are fighting heroically, the strongest even. Help me understand that. Did the Russian-speaking people in the East want to be Russian? Do they want to be Russian now? How do they? What's going on?
It's also about Russian propaganda. We must understood never in history of the war, nobody had so effective weapons through mass media.
Hey, More Than a Conversation listeners, I hope that you are enjoying this conversation as much as I am, and I hope that you're getting something great out of it today. I'm just wanting to jump in here in the middle to take a moment and let you know a few ways that you can help out More Than a Conversation. First, wherever you're listening, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. That will definitely help, and that'll make sure that you get all the content. Also, if you have a way to rate, if your app allows you to give a 4-star, 5-star, whatever the rating is that's the top rating, I would so appreciate if you would go ahead and drop a rating there. That's how the aggregators and the distributors rank podcasts, and the higher the ranking you give, the more ears will be able to hear these great conversations. Thanks again, and I'm hoping that today has been more than a conversation for you. Now let's get back to it.
Putin put billions dollars inside media war, and it's work. When people told me, oh, many Russian language Ukrainian want to be a part of Russia. Yeah, maybe somebody want to be. I'm sure in the United States you can find some Spanish language people who want to be a part of Mexico. Maybe some hundreds, maybe some thousands who say, oh, if Mexico will occupy California, it will be so good. California will be. Maybe you found some thousand like that. But it's not what people in California thinking about it. It's not real. It's not true. I'm Russian language man. I'm Ukrainian chaplain. My sons, soldiers, all of them speak Russian language. We never want to be a part of Russia. We have amazing independent country. We say goodbye Soviet Union, and we never want to back to Russia. But Russian propaganda used this point. Oh, Russian language in Ukraine persecute. We must save Russian language people. And they sent army, blocked my city, and killed my city. And killed 100,000 civilians in my city. And Russian language people in Ukraine get guns, go to army, and start fighting against Russia. I think biggest part of my army speak Russian language, because so many men who lose everything, like me, like my friends, like my sons, so many men from East Ukraine, Russian language, they go to army and say, give me the gun, I will fight against Putin's army. We don't invite them. We don't wait them. We fighting against them for our freedom. It was the big surprise for Putin. When he sent his army 3 years ago for full invasion in 2022, he was sure maybe 3-5 days, maybe 1 week, and all Ukraine will be occupied. But now, 3 years later, we killed Russian army, half Russian army. We pushed them out from Kiev, from Chernihiv, from Kherson, from Kharkov, had big surprise. Ukrainian peoples wake up, all my country, all my nation, and start fighting. And people who don't have guns just use stone from the street and push the stone against Russian tanks. Stop, go out from Ukraine. It's absolutely not true. Then Russian language people wait Russian army in Ukraine. The true is Russian language people was killed in Ukraine. Russian bombs killed many of them, and many Russian language people fighting against Russia.
So I want to circle back and talk about Zelensky for just a moment. So I want to ask a couple questions before I do. If you say something bad about Zelensky, when you go home, they're going to put you in prison?
We have freedom, like you. Everybody can talk everything about Trump. Doesn't matter. Now so many people in your country say so terrible word against your president. Nobody arrests them. This is about freedom. I have a freedom in my country. I can tell everything what I want. But I don't give my voice about Zelensky. But 74% people in my country give their voice in election, freedom election, some years ago. And I was very skeptic. Oh, he's not prepared for be a leader of country. He's not professional politics. He's not professional. But when this war came, I saw how comedian, how funny guy from TV show transformed to strong leader. And I'm real proud about my president. He have many mistakes because the war, it's so many mistakes every time. Exactly, we have many questions for him, but when the war came, American government called him and say, Mr. Zelensky, we are ready to evacuate you and your family to the West. And his answer will be with my country through all history. He say, I don't need taxi. I need weapons for fighting. And it was terrible. They was very close for occupied Kiev and killed Zelensky. And he have family and he want to be alive. But he say, we will be fighting. And this is a real leader's spirit. And now I'm proud about my president. After war, we will have election. And I don't know, maybe my country say, go out next. We are real freedom. And but doesn't matter what will be later. I will be proud my leader, my country in this moment. It's unbelievable. He's actor. One funny story. It's a real story about Zelensky. One man, very important guy in Ukraine. He drank many alcohol on the evening before full invasion. But he wake up 24 February 2022, he wake up very late, maybe 9 a.m. But the rockets start 4 a.m. And huge part of war start 4 a.m. He wake up from the bed just 9 a.m. And his lady was with him. And he open eyes, open ears, wow, rockets! The war started 5 years ago. We are sleeping. And his lady asked him, what about I saw the news. Zelensky ran away from country. And his answer was amazing. He saw the news and he told for his wife. He say, oh, now he don't run away. Because no one actor who understood all world now look on him. No one actor run away. Run away. He will play. He will play his role, and Zelensky, strong leader for wartime, and I'm real proud about him. And let me say one more, Pastor Patrick. Sorry about my suit.
I was going to ask about that.
Sorry, my suit, because it's not unrespect for you. I just don't have suit 3 years. I'm a pastor, but last 3 years I don't have suit. I have just my military chaplain's dress. And it's not because I unrespect somebody. It's just because I stay in front line 90% time, and I don't go to theater. I don't go to some events. And when my president last 3 years use half military suit, half military dress for my country, it looks good. After war, I will buy good suit like pastor. I miss about my pastor suit. I will buy good shoes, good dress. My pastor's clerical, I use it in Ukraine. And but not now. Now I must be with my nation. I must cry with my nation. I must fight in with my nation. Like my president also, please, American brothers and sisters, it's his uniform. It's not unrespect. My country, very, 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 I want to tell this 1,000, very thankful American people for staying with us. We are real fighting for freedom, and we are so happy when we saw like freedom country number one help my country. We hope you will stay with us and help us stop this Russian invasion.
You know, one thing that I think, and we talked about it earlier, you mentioned being thankful for us. And let me say, we're giving some money, a small percentage of money. We're giving, I think, 5% of our defense budget, which I think is 13% of our overall budget. So a small amount of money, but you're giving blood. You're giving sons and daughters, quite literally. As you sit here today, just as real as you sit here, you have personally given family. I think something that maybe the world misses is, while yes, it's appropriate to say thank you for help and weapons, it's also appropriate to say thank you for the blood that has not been shed by the rest of the world, because Ukraine stood up to this evil, which is what it is.
A last funeral inside the young boy from my chaplain battalion was killed, and we had funeral just 8-9 days ago. It's so painful for me personally. He was like son for me. He was 25 years old. He came to my church when he was 15. He was like son for me. And he go with me to front line hundreds time. He was with me on the Russian mortars, shells, artillery, rockets, so many times. But now, when I moved to some 3 weeks here in the United States, Valera was killed some days ago. And when I back to Ukraine some days later, I will go to the cemetery for his grave. My country real pay huge price. It's not about budget. This is about hundreds thousands life. One kind of job, what we did like chaplain battalion, we have a special car with refrigerator. And my chaplains put many, every day, they put many black bags, plastic bags with soldier's body who was killed. They put them inside these trucks, and they move through all my country and bring the soldiers' body for their mothers, for their children, for their widows. This is huge price, and it's more than all money around the world. And I want to say big thanks for American who pay budget for support weapons for my country. It's true. One people's life more than all money around the world. But we pay for freedom hundreds thousand killed people. Biggest part of them young boys. Biggest part of them the men who have family, who have children, and millions children lose their family, their homes, their cities, their toys. My youngest son, he called me. He's a refugee in United States, and he called me from United States and cry. We're talking through the phone, and he told me, "Father, I lose everything. I lose my family. My family is split around the world. Mother in Germany with part of family, some of my sons in the United States, some of my sons in Finland, in West Ukraine, 11 in front line." And he cry and say, "Father, I lose everything. I don't have my room. I don't have my children toys. I don't have my souvenir. I don't have picture from my childhood. I lose everything with this war." We pay a huge price, and we are so thankful, American people, for staying with us.
So we're at a place where the world is looking and seeing the price that you've paid and counting cost and doing all the things that go into thinking about conflict and the value of people and land and money and all those things. One thing I think we miss is on the other side, this system, not the Russian people, but the system. The value for human life is not there. It doesn't matter to Putin how many people die. It doesn't matter to Stalin, to Lenin, how many people they starve. This system, they have a different worldview than we do. When God is not at the center in a real way, and I think they use God as they use the church for propaganda's sake, but the reality is their worldview is very different. But now people are saying, we got to make a deal. Got to make a deal. What does that look like to you when you're there, when you're not even in your home? You can't get to your home is occupied. I don't even know if your home is still standing. Your city has been destroyed. Your city is being occupied. It is now Russian territory. Your family is scattered around the world. And the world is saying, make a deal. What kind of deal can be made by the Ukrainian people?
My home, my family live a little bit outside of Mariupol, and my home is not destroyed. This is like little village nearly my home, nearly my city, and my church had there 20 homes, chicken farms, greenhouses, rehab centers, home for adopted. All of them was occupied, not destroyed because no fighting there, and all of them was occupied. And Russian soldier sleep inside my home now, inside my children's bedroom. They sleep inside my bedroom now. Some leaders from West told for us very crazy idea. They told, Ukrainian people, just give for Russia a piece of land and give hug for them, and you will be, and the war will stop it, and you will be good neighbors. But let me say true. If somebody came to your home, if somebody killed some of your children, if somebody occupied part of your home, and after that, somebody came and say, just give him part of your home and give him hug, and you will be good neighbors, I guarantee. Doesn't matter how important that guy who guarantee. It's never work. It's never work. we must push them out from my home. We must push them out from our city. I was born in Mariupol. I can't be there. Russian army must go out from there. This is Ukrainian. We have all international law. We had signature, all world leader, Russian leader also, American, Ukraine, independent country. We must push them out from my city. After that, they must pay price about what they did. Genocide in 21st century. They raped people. They tortured people. They killed them. I have so many crazy stories. One of the camp for children, what I had last year, it was the camp for sexual abuse children, who was a Russian soldier raped them, mother and 13 years daughter. They raped them together some weeks. A boy, 5 years old, they raped him. They closed them on the basement and they raped them. And we have so many thousand stories like that. They must pay price. They must be in prison. Putin must be in prison, not back to G7. It's for us, when we hear like world leaders say, oh, just give them piece of land and everything will be good. No, the evil never stop before people don't stop it. We must stop them and push them out.
It reminds me of a few years ago. Just let them have Austria. Make a deal. Just let them have Belgium. Make a deal. Oh, it's not that big of a deal. The people in the West in France, they're still drinking wine. They're still living good life. Don't. It's okay. Don't worry about all that. Just make a deal. And eventually the world realized you couldn't make a deal with Hitler. This is the same evil.
Absolutely.
And that's what people miss, I think. We can't make a deal. It's absolutely evil. Again, now there's got to be some ceasefire. There's got to be some, when we use the word deal, but something has to be done because Crimea, 2014, we'll let you have that. Okay, now Mariupol, we'll let you have that. Does anybody really think
What
years?
about Alaska, brothers? Russia want to get Alaska back. Russia had fort in California, Fort Ross. What about give them California? Maybe tomorrow Putin say, oh, we have some Russian people, Russian language people in Texas. What about give him Texas? One of my friend, he is the doctor of theology, very, very seriously doctor, and he write very good theology correctly, big article about Putin's system is, first of all, this is demonic system. When people don't it's like doctor. When doctor don't have correct diagnosis, he don't give good recept for you. Will give good answer for your problem. The real problem of Putin's systems, it's not war. This is demonic spiritual, demonic natural. When people don't understand this, they say, oh, just stop Russia and give them land and everything will be good. Never. You can't have a good deal with Satan. Never. Satan and demons told for all history, told just have a good deal with you. But he need your soul. He want all your soul, not just little part. Not make deal with Satan. Not make deal with Hitler. Not make deal with Putin.
So what do the Christians in Ukraine, the church in Ukraine, we can't answer every question, obviously politically and world decisions, but just a brother to a brother with a lot of believers that are hopefully going to hear this. what do you need from the church in America?
It's so easy. Please pray together and resurrect Ronald Reagan for 1 month. This is all what we need. Just have special prayer meeting, and we need Ronald Reagan back for 1 month. We need a strong leader who understood what is a justice, and who will say no one matter for in Russian occupation. Go out from all Ukraine. Go out from all Georgia. Go out from Moldova. They have a part of Moldova. Go out. Live in your country. Build your country. But if the world leaders do it, Putin's system will collapse and freedom will move to Russia. Freedom will move to Belarus. They also have dictator, man, Lukashenko, who control all freedom, killed all freedom in his country. We need, thanks for your prayer. Thanks for your voice. We need theology reflection for politics. I love one of men in America. I special love him. His name is Karl Reinhold Niebuhr. He was one of the more, maybe after Jonathan Edwards, he's number 2 theology in your history. Before Second World War, the biggest part of American people think, oh, Hitler, Europe, it's not our problem. We will carry just about United States. Doesn't matter for us. Hitler in Europe occupied Paris, France. It's not our problem. Fighting against England, it's not our problem. But we call it isolation theology. But Karl Reinhold Niebuhr, the pastor, he understood if people don't understand the demonic spiritual of this war, if we don't will fighting against the spirit, we will have big problem in America in one day. And Karl Reinhold Niebuhr, he moved across of United States. He traveling day by day, month by month, and he told for all Christian, it will be terrible mistake if American Christian will think it's not our problem. If we will thinking just about America. Exactly, you must thinking about America. America first, I'm agree, it's okay, but America have special mission, be a leader of freedom world. If you don't will stop dictator in Europe, in one day, this problem came to United States. Just because it's about theology, natural, demonic, spiritual. We must fighting against evil things around the world. We must stop Putin. All freedom world must stop Putin.
Well, Gennady, I thank you so much for taking the time to stop by today and talk with us. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
I want to more 1,000 times thanks American people for help my country. Because your government don't believe Ukraine can stop Putin. 3 years ago, one 4-star general called me, American 4-star general called me 2.5 years ago. We had amazing talk with him. He is the leader of your army, real. And we have interesting conversation, and he tell me, chaplain, when you back to front line, please from me, shake the hand for each Ukrainian soldier. I did it. All these years I did it. Every soldier from 4-star general. But he told me, all my expert, all my computer model, all my specialists told me, if Russia sent all army, it's not possible for Ukraine to stop them. It's just a match. It's about numbers. But we did it. The Holy Spirit took all my nation and we start fighting. And we fighting very successful. And we push them from Kiev, Kharkov, Kherson, Chernihiv, from many different directions. And we have enough spirit for fighting. But we need weapons. I want to, American people, please remember, my country, we have a covenant. My country had number 3 nuclear arsenal around the world. When Soviet Union was destroyed, Ukraine had number 3 nuclear arsenal. We had 1,700 huge nuclear bombs. It's enough for kill all world. But we're a very peaceful nation. And Russia, America, England told for my country, Ukraine, you don't need this. Just give your nuclear bombs for Russia, and we will give for you piece of paper with signature. If somebody touch you, we will stop them. We will defend you. We will fight against anybody who will touch your country. We say, oh, it's a good idea. We was like little boy, 3 years old, and somebody came and say, oh, this gun, your father's gun, you don't need it. We just take it. But later somebody came to your home with this gun and killed you. And people say, oh, sorry, you was 3 years old, you give this gun for them, sorry. I want to say big thanks for people who understood. We trust America. 30 years ago, when we get 1,700 nuclear bombs for Russia, we trust you promise, Ukraine, we will be with you, nobody touch you. And now, when Russia came and killed us, we just tell brothers, you promise us, be with us if somebody will kill us. Please, be with us.
I think the thing that's most striking to me, and I've been in a room now with you with some other people ask you the same question, is you didn't even ask for soldiers, you asked for weapons. You said, just help us do it. We'll pay the blood. You just help us with that. Gennady, I cannot say how much I appreciate you having stopped by today to help. To everyone who's listening, I hope that you take some of this and understand this is not the mass media. This is not a journalist. This is a brother in Christ. This is a fellow pastor who's come to share with us a little of what's happening there. So be in prayer for Ukraine. Use your voice to speak the truth. Follow Gennady on social media. He's going to be on all the platforms. You can follow him there. You can go over and watch a documentary about him, a very well-produced documentary, award-winning, called Almost Holy, about his work with orphans. And we didn't even get into all of that today. And maybe when the war is over, we can have a conversation about all the orphan work. But Gennady, thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
And for everyone else, I hope that today has been more than a conversation for you. Thanks again for being part of More Than a Conversation today. If you'd like more content like this, check out my blog at www.pastorconley.com. That's PastorConley.com. Again, that's PastorConley.com. I'd also love to see you join us in worship at Garden Sanctuary. If you're ever in Rock Hill, South Carolina, or the greater Charlotte area, we'd love to have you stop by and worship with us. Check us out at www.gardensanctuary.org. That's gardensanctuary.org. Until next time,
I hope this has been more than a conversation.